welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before you say anything, I already know. So we're gonna talk about a lot in this video. Yeah, let's just get started. Everything else I'm gonna do in my eyebrow routine is the same that I have in my eyebrow tutorial videos. So I'm gonna be talking while I do these steps. So I just really want to talk about some things that have been bothering me for literally years at this point. It's 2020 and I really just want to grow and let go of some of the baggage that I had since high school. A lot of people know, or people personally who like know me in person know me in real life know that I always say I had a terrible high school experience, and that's me kind of being a little dramatic, but I really honestly did not enjoy high school that much. Oh my gosh, just gonna get really deep. Oh, let me start off by saying this might, I don't know who watches my YouTube channel from high school, but this might trigger people, and I don't want no problems, I don't want no beef. I really seriously 100% am only talking about this stuff on my channel for me to get over it. I went into high school with friends that I had from middle school. So I had came to high school with these people. One of my best friends didn't go to my high school and one did. And we were cool. We had always had problems in our friendship, but like we were cool. So I gained 2 more best friends. So at this point I had 4 best friends. But then I still had a big group of friends. Like it was a big group of us in high school. I fell out with a lot of people. I fell out with like most of them, and it really hurt me as a person. I don't know what that means. It just really hurt me, to the point where I can't like, or I don't want to like go to the mall because I know I'm going to see someone from high school. I don't want to go to my local Walmart because I know I'm going to see someone from high school. Like I just don't. I would rather stay in the house. When I come home from college, I would rather not go anywhere because I don't want to see anyone, because like me being hurt from these friendships in high school really hurt me really badly, and I want to let go of that hurt because I want to be a good friend to people. There's friends that I have in college now that like most of the time I don't even want to call them my friend for real, because I just don't want the potential of them falling out with me falling out with them leaving me, us not being friends anymore. Like that, because of the things that happened to me in high school, I just feel like I'm not a good person to keep friends. I'm not good with keeping friends, so I would rather not call somebody my friend so there's not a potential for me losing their friendship. Does that make sense? This is a mess. I'm a mess. Oh, let me jump to like senior year. I remember like the first day of school, I think I was taking pictures with everybody so that I could just keep those memories forever. And I just thought I was just like on top of the world. I was just like, this was mind you, I told you, I've had these friends for a little while now, and we've gone through, tough times. I've like fell out with these people. I've rebuilt friendships with these people. We just went through our, what you go through with friends. And I was like, wow, this is the first school year where like I don't have any drama with anybody. And because of that, I just know this is gonna be a phenomenal school year. I don't want to cause no drama. I ain't got no drama. This is like, these are gonna be my people for life. We good. We in this thing forever. And no. Like, it was like every month I was falling out with somebody, or every few months rather. And it's just like my plans are crumbling down. And it got to the point where I felt really lonely. Like, I feel like I didn't have anyone. And my birthday is at the beginning of the school year, so I always celebrate my birthday with all these people. And closer to like the end of the school year, or like senior year is coming to an end, and I just felt like, wow, these are the people I don't know what I talked about my birthday for, but these are the people that I began the year with, and I don't have them anymore, or I began this experience with, and I don't have them anymore, and it was really affecting me, and I was just like, I don't have anyone. I just feel so alone. And because of that, I would just hate coming to school every single day senior year. I just wasn't a fan, personally. I just was not a fan of school. I was just like faking it till I make it. I was lying to my parents every day saying I had a good day. The only memorable thing, I'm not crying. My eyes are tearing up, but I'm not crying. The only memorable thing from high school for me is being a part of the theater program. And something that people who know me know that I don't use the app Snapchat. And everybody to this day always asks me why. Well, I don't use the app Snapchat because, like I said, there's a period of time where I was just as lonely as ever. And I would say on Snapchat, why I would be like, who's hanging out? Like, who wants to do something this weekend? Or let somebody call me, or who can I call? I'm feeling lonely. I would say stuff like that every day on my story. And I would look at everybody who I was close friends with, and they would all be hanging out. They would all just be having time of their lives every weekend. They would all just be partying, whatever. Just doing a thing. I just thought, like, wow, somebody eventually is going to reach out to me because these people care about me. These are friends that I've had since I was 11 years old. Like, negative. Nobody reached out to me. Everybody was just having the time of their lives. Of course, it's like from the outside looking in. Everybody was just hanging out, and then we would come back to school. They'll be talking about the fun that they had, or like what happened when they was out so-and-so, or like the movies that everybody went to go see together on the weekend. I was just like, oh, that's cool. The school year's going on, and now it's kind of like built up in me. And I remember I had went off on someone one day, and one of my closest friends at the time, my high school best friend at the time, was standing next to me, and she was telling me how she really thinks that I was wrong for like going off and things that I was saying. And the things that I was saying was just like, because the person was talking about how much fun that they had hanging out with so-and-so, so. And I was just like, oh, I didn't get invited, and I really hurt my feelings how no one ever invites me to do things, no one ever hits me up, like, I'm available. I thought we were all cool. And she was saying how, the friend at the time was going off on me about how I was a little rough and I had hurt the person's feelings, and I was just like, my feelings were also hurt. Like, I've been going through an emotional turmoil, being alone. Like, nothing was going on other than I ain't have anybody. And the minute I express what I've been going through, instead of just letting it build up, all of a sudden I'm hurting their feelings. When ain't nobody recognizing how I was hurt. I was hurt for months, okay? I was a minor in dance minor, I'm all over the place. But at this point, I'm a senior, and I was focused on theater, because I was a theater major, and so I was not participating in this showcase because I just wasn't in any of the dances that were being showcased that was known, because I was putting it on my story like, I want to dance showcase, but I'm not in it. Like, I just was saying it. Like, people should have known. People who knew me should have known I was not going to be a part of this showcase. But I still went to the showcase to support the showcase because I'm a dance minor. So I went, and I saw one of my closest friends there, who at the time I was calling best friend. And I asked him, I was like, oh, okay, I can go sit next to him. And I was sitting down, and he was like, oh, this is so-and-so's seat. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just sit here. And he was like, no, all of these seats are taken for people. And I was like, well, who are they taken for? And he was like, this person, this person, this person, this person. Like, he had a whole row blocked off. And all the people he named, I'm also friends with. people I've also been friends with since middle school, so people I feel comfortable sitting around. And it's to the point where it's just like, oh, so you just don't want me to sit. So I think I asked him, I was like, so where can I sit? And he was like, well, this whole row is taken. And so I was like, oh, you just don't want me to sit next to you. And then I was like, I thought about it more, and I was just like, why don't you have a seat for me if I call you my best friend and you call me your best friend? When I internalized that, I was like fuming. Like, I went so off on him. I was just like, forget you. We're not best friends anymore. I see that you don't need me in your life. You don't want me around. Because at this point, I'm just like upset that literally nobody wanted me around. Nobody was trying to hit me up. And now y'all don't even want to sit with me. You don't even want to, or you're not even trying to make it work. You're not even trying to say, oh, well, if you sit right here, then so-and-so can sit with. So you're not even trying at all to make me feel accommodated at all, and we supposed to be best friends. You really like, screw you. And then one of his excuses was like, oh, I thought you were in the show. Mind you, I told y'all, I was telling people, like, it was on my social media that I was not in the show. And these are people who watch my social media because we are close friends. So it was on Instagram, it was on whatever, Snapchat at the time, that I was not in the show. So that excuse is not actually a credible one. All the people that you thought you should have, the people you thought you could count on, or the people you thought were friends since you were 11 years old, are just not your friends anymore. How are you supposed to just accept that and move on? My airspun powder, you already know. Okay, fast forward, right? Prom. The worst day of my life. Why was prom the worst day of my life? I was stood up, but I didn't have a date. I was stood up, not by a boy, but by someone who I called my best friend. I was stood up by my best friend. I didn't have a date for prom and I said I would go to prom with who I called my best friend at the time because she said she wanted to do that. Like, she didn't have a date either. And she asked me to go with her as, best friends. And so I said, sure, why not? We best friends or whatever. And she threw me up. She ended up going with, there was, long story short, somebody else, like one of our other, she was best friends with her. The person I was best friends with, best friend, ended up going with us too. So it was gonna be like a trio thing. But the day of, they went together and I went by myself. Like, I had to go into prom alone and I had to watch them come into prom together. And I felt the most humiliated and the most loneliest feeling I had ever felt. I felt like I had spent all this money. My mom had spent all this money. My parents had spent all this money on a dress and hair. I did my makeup. My parents spent money on my nails. And I felt ugly. I felt hideous. I felt like I just felt the worst I could ever feel on prom. Okay? Because I was stood up by my best friend. And this is when I remember in the beginning of this video I said this might be triggering for some people, but it honestly cannot be as triggering as it was for me to go through it and for me to continue to talk about it, because like I said, these are things that I just have, this is baggage that I just have not been able to drop for ever, and I really know that it's time to. And so me talking about it is me trying to let go of it. like I said, I just felt disgustingly ugly. I wanted to run out of that ballroom, take that heavy behind dress that I had on off. My other best friend at the time had a date, and so she saw that I was just like upset the whole night, and she was crying. But I really, because I consider her one of my best friends, I really was not trying to steal her happiness too. Like, she was there with her boyfriend at the time, and I just didn't want to be the one to I'm using Black Radiance Contour Palette in dark. I didn't want to be the one to ruin her night. Like, she did the same thing too. She spent all this money, you know, getting ready. She with her boyfriend. I just was just trying to tell her, like, it's okay, I'm fine. Like, you know, whatever. You don't gotta sit down with me, because I didn't dance, y'all. I didn't dance the whole night. I never went to the dance floor until it was time for like the seniors to do their little senior walkout thing. That was the first time I had touched the dance floor, and I did not dance. I was just there because they were introducing all the seniors. There was a point in the night where the DJ played like a best friend tribute song, and he was like, yeah, go find your best friend, this is your time to dance or whatever. And I watched the two of them just live in their moment. And nobody came to get me. They knew that I was upset. Of course, they saw me sitting alone the whole night, and all my makeup, hair, nails, heavy behind dress that my parents paid for. They saw, and they pulled me, or my best friend texted me, was like, he come to the restaurant so we could talk. And so, I kid you not, on prom, 3 girls made up, did up, whatever, ball gowns on in the restroom, and I'm like screaming. I'm like livid. I'm like, I'm fed up. I'm like about to cry. I'm so emotional. I'm like giving them everything I had, that I was sitting there feeling for them, whatever, however long I was there at prom. And they taking it or whatever, and they at one point they like asked me to stop yelling at them, because I was very emotional. And I couldn't. Like, I was just like, no, I can't stop yelling at y'all. Y'all deserve more than this, you know? I can't get too close to this eye because I'm like crying now. I actually am crying. And I don't want it to run down. I have like Radiance face powder. Like I said, ain't nothing new. Y'all know I use this as my setting powder for my whole face. And so I'm gonna use this to get rid of that white line. All that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Me getting stood up for prom. By somebody I call my best friend. Okay, something else I want to talk about before I wrap everything up. Of course, me and that friend have talked about things, but I've never been able to. Like, we talked about me being stood up, but I have never been able to let that pain go since it happened. I probably will never be able to let that pain go. Well, no. That's what this video is for. Do I forgive that person for standing me up? Okay, so other than that, now that I look all ashy, I'm gonna use this very, very old Neat Freak. I love this from ColourPop. I need another one of these desperately. I'm gonna use this. I gotta like script it out. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Oh, this is my favorite. Fast forward into college. I remember the friend that I was talking about who stood me up at prom had did something else that I was just like mad over, and I was going off on Snapchat about it. At this point, like, I had the app for some reason, and she saw everything that I was saying on Snapchat, and she was just like, she said this comment, she was like, Oh, you're talking about high school drama, and I'm over high school. I'm in college now. These things have nothing to do with me. When she said that, I was just like, I know you are. How could you not be? I can expect you to be over high school because from all I can see is you had a great high school experience. You hung out with people. You got to live your best life in high school. You had the friends. You had the popularity. You had, you know what I'm saying? You had everything that I wanted that I didn't have. Like you sat there and watched me say that I was lonely, but was hanging out with people. You were one of those people. Like you didn't get stood up on prom. You had a great prom experience with your best friend. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to look at people's prom pictures every year since your prom and feel sad and just have a flashback of a memory of crying yourself to sleep at night or coming home sitting on the floor in this big poofy dress sad. You don't have that experience. You didn't have that memory that I had. So I can only imagine that you moved on from high school, you know? And I don't want to, no. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm doing my makeup and I think I'm done crying too. But yeah, I think I was just saying, like, you don't have to look back at high school experiences like big events in high school and just be sad about them. You don't, like, when it's time for your kids to go to prom, you're gonna be able to tell them, oh yeah, like mom did this on prom night and da. I'm gonna tell my kids I was alone. Like, I'm gonna tell my kids I had nobody. I had nobody. I came to prom alone. I left alone. Like, and these emotions, people from high school probably could watch this video and be like, she's gassing it. Like, she's so dramatic. She's lying. She's trying to paint us out to be the villain. And I promise you, like, on God, like on everything, I don't want no problems. I don't want no smoke from nobody. If anything, if you watch this video and you like know who you are and you feel triggered by it and you want to have a conversation with me, I'm at the point now where I am open to having it. At first, I was not. Like, for years since high school, I didn't want to see y'all. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to be around. Like, I just wanted to let all that hurt go, but it just wasn't going anywhere. It was still there. Like, it's still inside of me. I still feel a way about things that I just need to let go of. And it's 2020, and I'm finally ready to let go. So if anything, if you feel like you want to have a conversation, I'm open to it. If you feel like you don't want to have a conversation, I respect that. And I feel no hate in my heart towards anybody anymore. I want to try to forgive people. It just was hard. It just was hard coming to school every day, looking at people who were calling me their friends, but wasn't being a friend to me. It was hard. I'm trying to get over that. Get over some things and grow as a person in 2020 so I can get to my bag. Again, I know that I've been gone. If you really, seriously, truly, 100% want a Where Have I Been video, I will give you one. But I don't know. Like, I feel like y'all deserve an explanation, but at the same time, I'm kind of scared to give y'all an explanation because I just feel like y'all gonna think I'm crazy. So,